Hello my cabbages, welcome back to another mapping video. Yeah. I've done a lot of things. First I made this layer transparent. Then I added major cities, so we got major cities here. And I've also added a little bit of a water layer, showing water borders. Crazy. So yeah, we got the water borders layer, and then of course, let's get into the video. We got the red team exploring south because I got aliasing on. I hate anti-aliasing. I'm anti-aliasing, so I'm pro-aliasing. I don't know. But yeah, of course, the red team has been doing really well for themselves recently, especially after blue team collapsed. That they definitely now surpassed the blue team because, you know, they collapsed. Before the blue team was stronger than them, but since the blue team collapsed, they're definitely stronger than the blue team now. Honestly, even right now, I think the green team would actually be stronger than the blue team right now. Not only by size-wise, just in general, because the blue team has more nepotism and less good armies, and also just green team has more population right now, basically. So yeah, I think they're just stronger. The green team actually right now, so the green team actually I think second place right now. Purple team also definitely catching up, because purple team is definitely doing good. But purple team, look at the size. We have the look at the size. Look at the size. We have the green team being. Oh yeah, exactly 2,000 pixels, and the purple team being 1,979 pixels. So the close one pixels, but also I feel like the green team is more population dense, as they say. So yeah, I think the green team definitely still has a decent lead on population. Red team has the most right now, especially because, you know, blue team collapsed. Probably over like 20,000 population, just a bit over 20,000 population right now, I would say, would be their number. It feels reasonable, and because they split now, maybe like 15,000 here, and like maybe like 10,000 here, but like definitely growing because refugees, basically, or not refugees. Well, yeah, a lot of people from the blue team are fleeing, and even from other teams are deciding to join the dark blue team. So actually, I'm gonna make that so maybe not like 10,000 yet. I don't know. And I'll really have to wait and see, I guess. But the blue team, dark blue team, gets more major cities because, well, you know, a lot of influx of population from different areas, so good for the dark blue team. We also, of course, got the red team after they expanded. They are exploring farther south, and also, of course, increasing population. Because they're like, I think, yeah, I mean, the first team to hit over 20,000, and they're on track to be the first team to hit over 30,000 also. Well, that's if it stays on track, which actually right now it is. Surprisingly, staying on track. But, anyways, talking about staying on track, going to our little bit of layer right here, we have, oh yeah, I added incest here, because yeah. So we have something major happening. We have death. Yeah, this is pretty major, and is, you know, a bit of a shock, and people are like, oh no. Yeah, it had to happen eventually. We also have more death here. Cyan leader dying. Which also means double whammy. We got, first of all, we got this person, their great-grandson, yes, great-grandson, in this day and age. It's basically unheard of. I'm gonna say that the leader died 73, which is still pretty old. So 20 years later, so 53, this child 53, and then they had a child at like 18, so I would say that would thus be 30, well, 18 would be 35, and then they had a child at like 19, so this is a 16-year-old right here. Yeah, so this is a 16-year-old, so kinda young, but also on the verge, and actually they are a fairly good ruler. Like, for being 16, they're actually pretty smart, pretty influential, and yeah, they're actually fairly good leader. And now with we got the Zion team over here, passing on the new leader, fairly straightforward. What? Oh, wait, I know what I did. Passing on to their new leader, straightforwardly, thankfully. So yeah, we got their new leader being passing on, and we also got a little bit of a new leader here because, well, or a new child here, not leader, because they're not, you know, that important yet. So yeah, we got that happening, and I'm gonna say that the original claimant to the throne here died, so we got older, younger, even younger, and with each passing generation they're kind of losing losing political standings and all that, because, like, well, they're becoming less significant, because, like, that was old news now. But they're still definitely, you know, kind of fighting for what they want. Yeah, this person's still alive. I just realized I drew these in as alive. They are probably long dead by now. There we go. So yeah, a little family tree update. I'm planning on adding a blue team family tree eventually, somewhat soon. It's pretty linear, but I'm gonna add it. So yeah, a little family tree update happening there. And going back to the background layer, we'll have a little bit of exploration happening up here. Bigger exploration than that. Now that just makes it hard. I don't know what hardness value it does. I was gonna say it makes it harder, but then I realized that sounds wrong. Yeah, we got this northern coast being explored here. Northern coast area. And, you know, this kind of other inland sea bit. Nobody knows how far it goes, and if these are two islands or not, nobody knows. But looking at the elevation map here, we have still relatively flat. You can actually see some highlands here, where the color gets a bit higher. And even going up here, you can actually see that there's like a bit of kind of hilly terrain here. Not like steep, but it's hilly, Hilly Billy, what? No. Yeah, so we got the hilly terrain there, which the purple team being actually kind of takes the southern area, or this area over here, kind of, you know, controls both sides of the strait for, you know, military control. So yeah, the purple team gaining actually quite a bit of power. Now is bigger than the green team, but also expanding a bit fast. 2,642 pixels, that's quite a bit bigger. Whoa. We got the dark blue team being only 1,961 pixels because, you know, it's a rebellion. Blue team only being 1,838 pixels. And the cyan team being 446 pixels, red team being pickles, 2,920 pixels, and of course we got the green team exactly 2,000 pixels, but not for long, because we're actually going to expand the green team. I know, a bit of heresy here, because they have their perfect zones, so they're going to expand a bit more inland, also expanding, you know, around the coast, up here. And this would happen a bit slower than all of that's happening right now. It would happen over a couple months. And they now are 2,949 pixels, eclipsing the 2,600 pixels of the purple team, which also means they are bigger than the red team. Oh, they are bigger than the red team. The green team's second the biggest team right now. That doesn't sit right with me. The red team's gonna do another expansion. I don't want to make a green team rebellion, because it doesn't feel right yet, but red team is expanding quite a bit, of course, and this would actually happen on SR. And it's actually coming in pretty thick, because I know Ender always complains about countries being too small and also them being too coastal, hugged to the coastal. Complain about this, Ender. I bet he'll find a way to complain about this somehow. Now that I've challenged him to complain about it, bro. He'll always be like, oh, the countries are like so unrealistic and something. The countries are too thick now and wouldn't realistically get that far inland, even though we complained about the reverse before. Imagine that's exactly what his thought process was. But if we look at the land that they control now, all this land is almost like, this is like flat land. Definition of flat land. We got some rivers kind of running through it, but this is basically the definition of flat land. And now we have pretty chunky red team at what we got, 4,686 pixels. Damn, they like doubled in size. But with the population boost that they've been having, has been going pretty good. And I'd be wondering if like it's still going well. This new ruler, this grandson, started young, like I said, you know, started young at 16, is actually running the country fairly well. Like, not quite as good as their great-grandmother, but like still fairly well. So it's continuing their golden age and only progressing further from, you know, the previous effect. So yeah, the red team golden age continues, which of course is good for them, because, you know, golden age. And we have the purple team government not wanting to be left behind, expanding even more. So there was some point where I could say, okay, this is reasonable, but I think we've gone a bit past reasonable. I mean, just look at them. Yeah, 3,209 pixels, which is of course bigger than the green team. Yeah, no, they're not stable. I'm telling you so. They are not stable right now, and which of course leads to you guessed it, rebellion, and this time being pink. So we got a pink rebellion along the strait, kind of Strait of Gibraltar style. It's actually pretty important for trade. So they're establishing in this area, and of course start to invade the purple team because they want more area than just what they got, specifically invading their eastern coastline over here and taking up to this other strait, which they're actually, how are they going so fast? Well, the thing is, well, the green team kind of wants to be more important than the purple team because they're kind of neck and neck right now. They started, the green team's older, but the purple team's kind of been catching up, especially like population wise. The purple team's still smaller. Like, it's probably like, by now I would say maybe like maybe up to like 19,000 to like 15,000 or something like that, but like still they're fairly close. So the green team government's actually funding this secretly to try and not make it be found, but it turns out that secretly was actually with asterisks, because the purple team government finds out and they are kind of furious. Like, you're really funding like a rebellion group? Like, this is our own war, get the heck out of this war, this conflict that we're having. So they managed to drive some of this area away because, you know, they're not going to allow them to completely just take over. When they take over all this, and the thing is, a new rebellion forms. But the thing is, this rebellion is actually not the same rebellion as the other rebellion. What I mean by that is that we have a completely separate rebellion forming over here on this straightaway. Smaller rebellion. This one not funded by the green team, but they form a pretty big area for themselves. And now dealing with two rebellions is not going well for the purple team, and the one that was not being funded. Of course, they focus in on that rebellion to try and, you know, squash them down a bit more because they're weaker right now. But even then, like, you know, they deal a bit with this rebellion. And then, of course, we got, like, the other rebellion coming back at them with the might of the green team just taking over this area, and then them being forced to kind of take the area back, and then we got, like, these guys, which then are taking this area back, and it's a bit of a perpetual cycle, as they say. And, well, they finally relent and say, okay, fine, rebel, have your territory. So this is not good for them. So we have two new small nations. I don't know why I haven't had them that centered. Definitely very small nations right now, because, well, you know, they started off small. Wow, crazy guys, they started off small. So, of course, these two nations need capitals, so we got a capital here, and a capital here. And then if we go to the cities layer, there are no cities anymore, there's capitals. And, of course, any good country needs some more major cities, so we got major city here, 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 major city here. There we go. So yeah, we got a pink team and a orange team. And honestly, kind of similar to what happened with the red and blue team earlier on. It's not really funded by the green team, it's funded by the ruler of the green team. So the ruler of the green team specifically, the one on the purple team. So they're not really aligned. The pink team is not aligned with the green team, it's just aligned with the current ruler of the green team. Yeah. So there's no real long-term alliances here, it's more of just, politics and all that. Politics, am I right? I sound like an old boomer. But yeah, we got these teams because they're new, you know, deciding that they need to expand to keep their place, because, you know, they are small guys right now. So we have the orange team kind of expanding along this coast, up into this kind of unexplored body of water. Speaking of unexplored body of water, they're going to try to explore this more, finding out that this is actually just a small inland sea. It's technically a sea because it is connected to this sea, which is connected to the ocean. So yeah, this is actually an inland sea. They thought it was going to be bigger, so they're actually kind of semi-disappointed. That's not that big, because I thought there'd be like a major shipping route, kind of like the Bosphorus. They still kind of are trying to get a little bit of like shipping going, but it's not going as well as I thought it would go. So, womp womp, I guess. Womp womp, I guess. Damn, cab being putting down the facts, I guess. So the pink team also expanding, Purple team ruler, old one dies. This one is kind of less expansionist. They're actually, you know, not son, their younger brother, because, well, they didn't have any children, is more reasonable. They're honestly kind of neutral guy, just kind of staying, whatever they have to do to stay in power. So they're not going to be stoking any conflict right now. Yeah, we got the old green team ruler still trying to help the pink team, so the pink team's actually still being funded, which helps them kind of expand a bit, and then the orange team kind of touch up, you know, which means that this part of the purple team can't expand anymore, and it's just kind of stuck there. So yeah, we got that happening. Yeah, the green team's really trying to fund to this pink team, even though the pink team's not really a vassal. They're just kind of, the ruler of the pink team and the green team are just kind of friends. Yeah, that's literally what's happening. The dark blue team, it's still just kind of chilling out here. And, well, yeah, the dark blue team really wants to find somewhere, and they kind of missed their chance fighting the purple team, because they could have maybe joined in there, but they knew that the blue team would leverage that, and try to leverage that because they know whenever they jump in a war against someone else, if they jump in a war against the purple team, the blue team will immediately flank them, because they have troops on this border. But, like, if they use, like, they know the blue team wants to jump them. So it's kind of hard to get into a war, because if you get into a war, then they know the blue team will jump you. So yeah, it's a bit of kind of, not really stalemate here, but just like nobody's making a move, so I guess really stalemate. In this border with, we got the, well, before brothers, now cousins. Yeah, now cousins, having kind of standoff. Yeah, we got the Cyan team here just hanging on. Not too much happening, just honestly pretty chill time. There's gonna be like a little bit of period expansion. Like, I'm literally just gonna let this kind of run a bit. I'm telling you, like, there's gonna be like there's like a 15-year period, which not much happens because, well, no wars are really commencing, not much is happening. I'm also gonna tell you that both of these people, both of the rulers, the ruler of the red team and the ruler of the Cyan team, are going to have children to ensure their future. This isn't really an interesting thing because, well, you know, of course it's not interesting because it's gonna lead to something more stable, and stability is not interesting. Stability is not interesting. You heard it here first. It's true though, it really is true. Yeah, I'm honestly making these colors by like family, like a family where, like patriarchal family where women are loose ends. That sounds bad. Women are loose ends. But, like, you know, because their mother was part of the red family and their father is part of the Cyan family, they're part of the Cyan family because that's where their father came from. And that's why I add a little bit of incest here to keep the fatherhood connection, because that was really important. So yeah, these people are actually, these two, that would be siblings, cousins, second cousins, third cousins, fourth cousins. These two people are actually fourth cousins. So yeah, that happens. They just kind of are. And then these two people are kind of cousins, second cousins. These two people are, well, this one's dead, are third cousins technically. So fourth cousins, third cousins. So yeah. But something else is actually gonna happen that is significant. So first we have well, a child being had. Oh wait, nope, wrong color. Whoops, a daisies. Daisy whoopsies. Don't mind what I'm doing. We got a child being had. I put them down here. Put them down here. I could honestly probably just have a little bit. Let me reconfigure. Give me a sec here, guys. Give me a sec. Let me make that more even because that actually just looks better. Like, doesn't that look nice, guys? Aren't you glad that I spent like 15 seconds on that or something like that? Something important's gonna happen. The ruler of the red team and the kind of, you know, ex-faulted ruler, fourth cousins actually, so not that close related. This ruler, pretender ruler, are actually, wait, hold on a sec, are gonna marry. The reason I did that is because they're gonna have children now, dead, and I'm not gonna explain that, how they would do that, but we have them having children. Yeah, they're children meaning a child. Literally just meaning a child, here. And, yeah, we have their child. And, well, that's not the only thing important that's happening. We have this, you know, no, I'm gonna save that for next episode. It's not been long enough to warrant that. Oh. Cliffhanger. What? But I think that's all, and goodbye, my cabbages.